What is happening, Webheads? Today is the day. This new comic book day has finally the release of the newest Batman comic done by Jim Lee. Hush 2, big freaking deal. Hopefully the book will be good and it won't be bad, right? But I'm excited to get it. I don't think I pre-ordered a bunch of variant covers for this. Just because there's a lot of great comics coming out. So what else do I get besides Batman? Well, you'll find out, and hopefully you guys are finding everything that you're looking for, including all that Batman stuff. Welcome to Spider Slayer's Comic Book Haul. Man, oh man, guys. This is episode 682. The video series where each and every week I share with you what I pick up at the comic book store. And my God, this is a huge week. If you guys are ever in the Central Florida area, stop by, tell them Mike Spider Slayer sent you. They'll provide you with a great customer service that they have and show you some of the wonderful comic books that are coming out right now this year. And I already took the books out of the mysterious black bag because, yeah, there's this. I mean, this is absolutely ridiculous. I will admit that. There are so many books here, and I got a couple of special shout outs to give as well. So first things first is I want to shout out to Woodley, who came out to Comic Central today. He was a good friend of mine. Haven't seen him in a little while, and he was like, "Hey Mike, what's up?" And so we started talking for a while and things like that, and he's like, "You got a lot of books in your hands." And I was like, yeah, you're right. So special shout out to Woodley. Also, I got this special purchase or back issues that was given to me from Dave. That's a viewer of the channel. So we're going to unbox this once we get done with this haul. So hopefully you guys will stick around for that. So this is awesome. This makes my day. I love how much people like appreciate, and to the point where they want to give me comic books. Like, you don't have to do that. And so again, thank you, Dave. We're going to see what that is in a little bit. So let's get to the new comic book day stuff. There's not just Batman in here, guys. It's like every publisher was trying to compete with Batman. You should have just left Batman alone and let him have his freaking day, right? So the first thing we're talking about today is the kids. So this is an oversized book. It's a horror book. 1-year-old kids become some crazy ass creatures or replaced. Whatever the heck that is, I'm looking forward to it. I think that could be a fun book, right? And then we wind up getting some of the DC Connect stuff, Marvel previews, IDW previews, right? So we got that. I'm going to try to go through this quick because there's a lot of stuff. And then we got the Batman stuff. So here we go. I did get the, what is this? The glow-in-the-dark cover. I thought that was pretty badass to get. And you get the 159 ash can with it as well. So I thought that was great. This was something that was at the launch party last night. And I was very... I thought for sure that they weren't going to have this anymore. So when I saw this, I'm like, oh, I'm definitely picking this up. So I wound up getting that. That one was $10.99. Then I got just the Virgin variant here. I thought that one was pretty cool. And then I think it's a wraparound. So it's got all that going on. So yeah, there's all that. So I thought that was worth it. And it's got the main cover on top of it. So that's cool. Then, of course, you wind up getting the main cover here. So, got that one. And then we got the J. Scott Campbell cover, which you can't go wrong with the J. Scott Campbell cover. So, I got that one. And let's take a look at the interior artwork real quick, in case you haven't seen it yet. Because, of course, you got Jim Lee that's doing it. And there you have it. So, I am super excited about this book. There's some Joker stuff in there. It's Jim Lee, man. It's classic. It's legendary. It's something that, again, the comic book publishers should have just said, hey, let Batman be the book of the week and not even compete, right? All right, so now on to the regular everyday stuff. We got Superman issue 24, the continuation with that Doomsday storyline. We got Mercy Graves, who's the one that's trying to take over Supercorp. So I'm definitely excited about that one there. So look at that artwork, man. So freaking good. And then we have Peacemaker presents the Vigilante Eagly double feature story. So we got that story going on. I don't think I ever actually watched the show, but I'm still interested to see what this has to offer. I think James Gunn is attached to this. So yeah, definitely looking forward to this book. Then we got Justice League Unlimited. This is issue 5. Still sticking with it. I like how we get to see the villains here. So do we get to see the villains in the comic? That's what I'm curious to see. So this is going to be an interesting week. How am I going to read all these books, man? I don't know. And then we have Green Lantern issue 21. Story is awesome, dealing with that Sorrow Lantern and the new, I forgot what they're called. There's that new core, the Starbreaker core. That's what they are. So it kind of looks like this. And I love how Superboy is in this comic also. Decent artwork. Love what Jeremy Adams is doing with the series. Then we have Absolute Wonder Woman. This is issue 6. Here we go, guys. This is a different artist on the book. And I heard it was absolutely awesome. It looks good. I love it way better just looking at these couple pages than a regular artist that's on the book right now. Oh my gosh, look at that. Now that's what you want to see in your Absolute Wonder Woman comic book. Am I right? God dang, that is absolutely beautiful. And then we have the new issue 1, Martian Manhunter. We'll get to see this take on Martian Manhunter. And this just looks like a trippy book right from the start. So if you like smoke some weed before you read this, you might be in for a trip, kind of like the way this book looks, right? So there you have it. Absolute or Martian Manhunter issue 1. All right, guys. So before we continue on, we're just going to do real quick those Webhead shoutouts.
First shout out of the day goes to Patty and says, Mail Call Friday, the classy John Byrne cover. That is such a classic cover. I'm not even sure if I have that in my collection. And if I do, there's no way, shape, or form that that book looks as nice as that one. So I might have to hunt down a better one. And then Jerry is showing off his kick-ass Erica Slaughter connecting cover set there from Something Is Killing the Children. He wants the regular ones, but I think he got the foil instead. But you can see there's 5 covers here that make that one image, and that is awesome. Thank you for sharing, Jerry. Then we have Jim, who's showcasing his newest Amazing Spider-Man collection, or Spider-Man book, adding to his collection as he traded a few other great comics to achieve this one. And I think this is the first appearance of Kraven the Hunter. Next, we have William, who said, picked this up yesterday. And obviously we have the first full cover appearance of Venom here. This is one Amazing Spider-Man comic book, which is 316, that I do not have to this day. I have Amazing Spider-Man 300, and I have the first appearance of Scarlet Spider, but I do not have that one. And if you guys want to become part of the group, just head on over to Facebook, search for the group called Comic Book Corner 2.0, Webhead Unite, and you have to answer the questions to be accepted in the group, and you have to follow by the guidelines of the rules of the group as well. And then once you do, I will grant you access, and you will be welcome, and you'll get to share, obviously within good taste, guys, no rule breaking here, and you can share your love for the comic book industry, what you think about certain books, your comic book hauls, movie questions, polls, your latest Batman pickups, all kinds of great stuff like that. And you never know when you could get shouted out on future new Comic Book Day hauls.
All right, so continuing on, we got Bitter Root. This is issue 1, new #1 comic book from Image Comics. So here is the interior art here. I'm not sure what to expect, but again, it's a new #1, and it's a good book to talk about on worthy ones. Then we have Gunslinger. This is issue 41. Always a really good book. Art is done by Carlo Barberi. Used to be done by Brett Booth, but the art is just as good. I love this story. I just love how much action is in this comic, and how like Javier always prevails at the end of the day. So yeah, really good stuff there as well. And then we have, which seems like it's taken forever, the continuation of I Heart Skull Crusher. This is issue 8. Fun book, interesting world, interesting sport altogether. The main character, Trini, is a fun character. Then I thought this book was going to come out last week, but it wound up coming out this week at my shop. Red Sonja Attacks Mars. This is issue 1. It's polybagged because it has a card. So, I don't know, but I'm looking forward to reading this book. This could be an awesome book to read. Could be hilarious, right? Then we have everyone's favorite, Savage Dragon. This is issue 276. If we ever get to issue 300, it will probably be 20 years from now. But here is the interior artwork, as it has to do with Malcolm Dragon's daughters in the book and her little tiger sidekick. So this looks like it could be a very low-key issue, no sex or gore really in this book. Again, sometimes Savage Dragon is just really awesome. And then we have another new #1. We have The Mummy. This is issue 1 from Universal Monsters. I read all of them. So now we're going to see what The Mummy is about. And it looks like it takes place way back in 1921. So here we go. We got that artwork in there. Maybe not a big fan of the artwork. We'll see what happens. And I'm a big fan of The Mummy movie. So does that kind of touch on all that stuff? I don't know. But here is a really cool cover coming up. We got Vampirella. This is issue 1. Wound up getting the main cover of this one so I could read the story, jump on, see what it's about, see if I actually will like it or not. I never read too many Vampirella books before. So, again, we'll see what it's about. But with that, I had to get, this one right here. We had to get the Mark Spears variant. That's a great cover, man. She's got these werewolves on chains. Like, you're looking up at her. That's just badass, dude. Absolutely badass. And then we got We're Taking Everyone Down With Us, issue 1. That's a long name. This one is done by, I don't even know. I'm not even sure who publishes it. But anyway, this is the artwork. This is what it can look like, right? So, I heard this was really good, and this could be one of those stories that are buried because of the release of Batman and all of the other books that are out there. So that's the way it looks. We'll see what it has to offer. Then we got Feral. This is issue 11. How do the cats survive the crazy cat lady's crash, right? She crashed. Maybe she died. Maybe she didn't. But I know in this issue, they're going to head to a supermarket. And the great thing about this comic book, if you flip it over, my good friend Cat Comic Uno, she got her review on the back of this. It says, the story builds characters really well, brings a haunting feeling in every issue, and knocks it out of the park. One of the top 10 comic books of 2024. Cat Calamia, Comic Uno. That is freaking awesome. Obviously, you know her from... She's my co-host on the live show that I do, Comic Book Weekly. Congratulations to her. I'm so happy that she got that. Interior artwork right here. That's the way it looks. This book, man, is just rough. It's sad in so many ways, right? But it's so good because you want to see what happens to these cats if they are going to survive. Then we got the continuation of the Lucky Devils. We got a nice Jenny Frison cover right here. For some reason, they didn't have the main cover, so I went with this one. This book is interesting with these Lucky Devils trying to climb the corporate ladder, man. I mean, that's what it is, and they're trying to get famous. And we got our main characters that are maybe trying to find love or greed, and if the devils can manipulate them, that's how they'll climb that corporate ladder. Very interesting book here by Charles Soule. Then we got another new #1 from Mad Cave by Chris Condon. This is Far Down Below. This is issue 1. So I'm checking this one out. We'll talk about it on Worthy Ones as well. And you guys notice how I didn't buy that Fartacular book, but I am going to read it digitally so I can tell you how good or how bad the Fartacular book is. But I don't think my shop had it. I think they were out of it. So there's Far Down Below. This has got to be cover of the week for me, dude. You'll Do Bad Things. This is issue 1. Look at that. What is his hand coming out of a computer screen like with a knife, and it's old school computer screen? What the hell is this book about? I don't know. I just put it on my list just so I could read it to see if it's going to be worthy or not worthy. That's right, guys. Stay tuned tomorrow. You'll hear my thoughts on that book. And then this is not going to be on Worthy Ones, even though there's a #1 on it. It's basically part 7 of 7. This is X-Manhunt Omega, the continuation or the conclusion to what's going on with Professor Xavier and his whole mutant brain, if he's going to live, is he going to die, and all that other stuff. Artwork looks decent in here, so hopefully it'll be a solid conclusion. I would say overall, the event itself is probably like C+, nothing spectacular. All right, then we have Wolverine Revenge, issue 5. Is this the end of it? Are we done? Because it's been the same thing over and over again. I'm Wolverine. Let me fight Sabretooth 15,000 times. Let me fight him 16,000 times, and we're going to see, what happens. The artwork is good. But the story was so lackluster, so disappointing, especially from a writer like Jonathan Hickman. Then we have the Uncanny X-Men. Continuation of this. It looks like it's going to be a story about Gambit here. Dave Marquez is not doing the artwork in this one. It's Gavin Godfrey. So here's the artwork that you can expect. But if you do like Gambit, maybe you like Rogue, you can expect a solid story here. I don't know, but just looking at this artwork, I don't think it's for me. But we're going to see, again, how X-Men continues. It's almost one of those books where it's like, yeah, I got to read it just to see what's going on in Uncanny. The other X-Men books, I'm kind of on the verge of dropping, So, I don't know. We'll see, guys. Next, we have Ultimate Wolverine. This is issue 3. This is the book that has, I think, Ultimate Kitty Pryde and Ultimate Gambit in here. So here's what you can expect from the artwork. And there is the characters on a map. So it doesn't have them in this actual pages that I'm showing you yet. So maybe you'll have to just read it for yourself to find out. All right, and then we have Ultimate Spider-Man, issue 15. I don't know anybody who's talking about this book today because you got Batman coming out, right? And this is a big book. This was the #2 book of the week. You don't have Chiquetto doing the artwork. Here's what you can expect on the art. We're going to maybe get some of the ramifications going on and what happened to Harry, right? But you are going to get definitely Sandman in this book as well. And this is what he looks like right now. So I am excited to read this book. Don't get me wrong. One of my top reads every single month it comes out. Then we got another new #1. We got #2. I thought this was the other one. This is Thunderbolt's Doomstrike issue 2. Seems like it took a little while for this one to come out. But this was a good one. The first issue was great. I mean, what Doom did to Bucky in that first issue was just really upsetting, and he's got to be down on the dumps after reading that first issue. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this and how it continues. One of the better tie-ins so far when it comes to the Doom stuff. And then we have Rogue Savage Land. I really just bought this one for the cover. I'm not too much into the story, but look at that cover. You just got Rogue escaping a T-Rex. That's freaking great. That's art, man. That is art. And then you got whatever's going on in the story, where you got Rogue, had to rescue Khazar, and she's teaming up with Magneto. I almost don't even remember what was going on because I wasn't a huge fan of that second issue. I like the first one, so there's that. All right, and then we got Red Hulk. We got issue 2. So we wound up getting to see Hulk escape Doom's cell, and he's teaming up with Machine Man and Deathlock. First issue was a lot of fun. Super excited to see what the second issue has to offer. There's the artwork there. And that's what you can expect. So, next number one, we have Pulamani. It's Illuminati, and it's Pulamani. Homage to that X-Men book where the X-Men fight the X-Men. I had to buy this book just for that cover. I will be reading it. I have no expectations for this book. None whatsoever. This could be so over the top to where I'm going to absolutely hate it. It does have Deadpool's daughter in there. This one, I don't even know who it's written by. It's written by Zach Gorman. Art is done by Todd Nook. So, we'll see, man. We'll see what that one has. Then I picked this one up because it just is cool. We got Fantastic Four, it's clobbering time, Godzilla versus The Thing, right? The Thing is no longer The Thing right now, but this is definitely an Elseworld story. That's cool, man. I like it. We'll see how the Fantastic Four handles this. Oh, shit. Are we serious? Is it John Romita Jr. artwork doing that? Oh, no. It is. It is. He looks like Peter. What the hell, dude? Oh, God. It definitely is. Man, oh, man. Well, there's that. We'll see. All right. Then we got Fantastic 3, which is really the Fantastic Four. We got to see the aftermath of how Ben Grimm deals with Doom, changing him back to normal, right? He's definitely distraught here. So we'll see again, you know, how he deals with all that. And then we got a Marvel Rivals cover. And this cover, this is Doom's Division. This is issue 1. Don't have high expectations for this book because I'm not really attached to these characters. I don't think they've been fleshed out enough to really have their own book. I could be wrong. But when was the last time we've seen all these characters? It's been quite a while. So do they introduce them the right way? I don't know. We'll see. And like I said, there was that Rivals cover with Luna Snow on it. Then we have the continuation of Doom Academy. This is issue 2. So there's that one. Let's see if there's as much dialogue in this one as the last one. So we got to see one of the main characters wind up get shipped off into some magical book. But we'll see. I did like the first issue. Lots of setup. So we'll see if there's maybe some action in this one. And then you guys are going to laugh at me. Frank Miller, right? The Amazing Spider-Man. Issue 70. Like, what's going on with that? Black Cat drawn in the worst way possible, right? But I just got it. I just did. Amazing Spider-Man issue 70. The main cover with him being Juggernaut. Juggernaut? That's a new guy. That's a new villain. Let's go face the Juggernaut. He'll throw fucking balls at you. This is getting perverted. Anyway, let's go forward. This is the conclusion to the run, guys, and then we'll get the new Amazing Spider-Man. Here's the interior artwork in there. I think Ed McGuinness does the artwork in this final issue, and then we'll see how it wraps up. Maybe it wraps up pretty good and gets you excited for what's to come for the character. Juggernaut, where he plays with his balls. I just lost it. All right, so here we go. This was the gift that was given to me. This took some time, man. This is great. Mike Spider Slayer, Conan, issue 1 through 9, plus the free comic book day issue. He goes, these are yours if you're interested. Thought you might want some back issues. Sincerely, Dave. Like I said, Dave, this is awesome, man. I am so excited that you got this for me. And I just got on Conan on issue like 16, 17, right? And it's like, you're giving me these books so I can get into the character, right? And actually, Jim Zub gave me these books digitally, but nothing is going to be a physical book. And here's that free comic book day issue 0. And this is great. This is issue 1. And now I know what you guys are talking about with the spectacular artwork on the covers and in the inside. Then there's issue 2. And then we got issue 3. And then we have issue 4. I almost dropped them on the floor. That would suck. And then we got issue 5. And then we got issue 6. This is a freaking beautiful cover. And then we have issue 7. There's issue 8. And then there is issue 9. What an awesome gift. Thank you so much. And thank you all for watching this extravaganza of a haul and dealing with Mr. Juggernaut. So, there you guys have it. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Leave me everything you picked up down below. Also, leave me the pictures in the Facebook group as well if you join it. And of course, guys, support the local comic shops. Keep buying, keep collecting. Always read your comics so we can have great comic conversation. Have a great new comic book day, and I will see you tomorrow on Worthy Ones.